The Spanish colonial tradition. Spaniards arrived in the Philippines in 1521. Newer art forms and styles in the arts were introduced to propagate the Catholic faith through sacred images called santos. Santos were carved from hardwoods such as molave and ivory, placed on church facades and sanctuaries, retablos, and miniature altars at home. Houses of the Ilustrados, Filipinos with money and education, display their santos with miniature altarpieces with niches called urnas, while others were protected under cylindrical glass called virinas. In 1521, the first santo brought by the Spanish in the Philippines as a gift of Ferdinand Magellan to King Humabon's wife was the Santo Niño de Cebu. Of the figures of Christ, among the most revered is the Black Nazarene of Quiapo, Manila, brought from Mexico in 1620. In 1626, another well-known santo was the image of the Immaculate Conception known as Nuestra Señora de la Paz y Buen Viaje, Our Lady of Peace and Good Voyage of Antipolo Rizal, brought from Acapulco, Mexico by Governor General Juan de Tabora. The Spanish friars established and supervised carving the interior and the exterior of churches. The grandest in the interior carvings are the altarpieces called retablos, cabinet or niches for the saints, which houses the tabernaculo, the patron saint, and the orderly hierarchy of saints depending on the devotions of the parishioners. Retablos became the central point inside every Catholic churches. Exterior carvings were also introduced to embellish churches. Stone cutters use adobe, coral stone, and volcanic rock to exhibit figures of saints, floral, and leaf decorations. The facade of Miag-Ao Church in Iloilo highlights their town's patron, San Cristobal, dressed in native costume, clutching a coconut tree, flanked by guava and palm trees, and carrying the Christ child on his shoulder. Filipinos' ingenuity in wood carvings was reflected not only on retablos but from other religious furnishings such church doors, carrozas, processional carriages, or andas, platforms. Carrozas or andas are made chiefly for processions brought around town during Lent and fiestas. During this period, the ivory santos from the elephant tusk from Africa and India, fish bones and teeth of dugong or sea cow was phenomenal. The Chinese were the ones who taught ivory carvings to the Filipinos. As such, only the heads, hands, and feet were made of ivory attached to carved wooden body bedecked with vestments and fine jewels. A fine example is the 1593 commissioned set of ivory head and hands of the Nuestra Señora del Santísimo Rosario, Our Lady of the Holy Rosary, or commonly known as La Naval, revered in the Santo Domingo Church in Quezon City. Among the notable ivory carvers were Juan de los Santos of San Pablo, Laguna, for his flawless crucifix at the Museum of San Agustin Church, Intramuros, Manila, and Lencio Asuncion of Santa Cruz, Manila, for his Santo Cristo, Expirante, Expiring Christ, and La Purísima Corazon de Maria, Immaculate Heart of Mary, at the Ayala Museum, Makati. Paete wood carvers were known for making life-size or larger, highly realistic and expressive santos. They are the ones who innovated santos with movable, ball and socket joint shoulder, knees, elbows, gestured fingers, and constant trademark for expressive sad eyes. while Bartolome Palatino was distinguished when he was commissioned to renovate the facade and bell tower of the St. Jerome Church of Morong Rizal from 1850 to 1853. The prominent Paete woodcarvers known in this period were Mariano Madriñan and Bartolome Palatino. Mariano Madriñan was renowned for his Mater Dolorosa Sorrowful Mother, carved from batikulong wood and won gold medal in Amsterdam Universal Exposition in 1883. Painting. Philippine painting during Spanish rule may be classified as two-dimensional artistic expressions on a flat surface depicting prevalently on saints and religious scenes, historical paintings, portraits, nudes, and interiors. In 1821, the first art school in the Philippines were established, the Academia de Dibujo y Pintura, headed by Damian Domingo. The Academia focused on the academic style of painting icons, everyday scenes, landscapes, and still life favored by the church and the government and the middle class. Religious paintings are used for decorating churches, convents, rectories, monasteries, schools, and private residences. Common biblical themes are the Belen, or depicting the Holy Family, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the Via Crucis, Way of the Cross, portraying the Passion, Death, and Resurrection of Christ. The prominent religious painters are muralist Jose Danz of Paete, Laguna, and portraitists Justiniano Asuncion of Santa Cruz, Manila. Historical paintings are large-scale compositions of great, real, and legendary human figures representing extracts from history of civilizations, the Bible, and the Greco-Roman mythology. Historical paintings were intended to strengthen the moral fiber of a nation on values concerning bravery, integrity, loyalty, generosity, and patriotism. Juan Luna executed his awarded-winning paintings in National Exposition of Fine Arts in Madrid, Spain, namely La Muerte de Cleopatra, The Death of Cleopatra, oil on canvas. Silver medalist or second prize winner in 1881, and the Spolarium, oil on canvas, which won him the first gold medal in 1884. Now a national cultural treasure in the National Museum of the Philippines. Portraiture gained recognition with the rise of rich and educated Filipinos. The wealthy classes showcases their fine and luxurious intricate embroidery, jewelries, and expensive accessories. Portraitures have various functions to a person, such as a souvenir for the family circle, a commemoration of ancestors, and a representation of one's prestige and prominence in the society. Genre paintings depicts people in their collective everyday activities with full of movements and lively sense of community. Genre painters in their watercolor paintings include Damian Domingo, 1800 to 1834 of Tondo, Manila, with his Una India Olera de Pasig, a pot vendor from Pasig, and Una Mestiza de Manila Vestida de Gala, a mestiza from Manila in her Sunday best. Interior paintings include interior furnishings and various ornaments within a domestic house or a building. Perfect examples are Juan Luna's Tampuhan, Lover's Quarrel, 1895, oil in canvas, a private collection, depicting fine ilustrado couple dressed for a fiesta in the interior of bahay na bato, the typical ilustrado mansion,